Welcome to another video on the Life After Brady channel. Today we're going to take a look. The greatest time of year college football is back. We have the Week 1 picks with a great slate to start us off. A couple of big games and a couple of guys that should win by a lot, and we'll see how they do. We got 8 picks for you today, 6 different games, mostly favorites. We'll take a look here first. Up in Ann Arbor, Michigan takes on Colorado State. Michigan coming off a Final Four appearance last year. Caden McCarthy returns for Michigan with Jim Harbaugh also returning after flirting with the Vikings last year. I like Michigan. Give me the 30.5 to start with. This is a QB battle. Cade's going to have to play well. Michigan wants to prove that they can do it without their coordinators. Jim Gaddis obviously went to Miami. The D coordinator joined the other Harbaugh brother in Baltimore. I like Michigan to try and start on a good foot, try and prove that last year was not a fluke. Let's take the 30.5. Battle down in North Carolina, in-state rivalry over in Greenville. East Carolina is home to NC State. People have pinpointed this as a possible trip-up game. I think Week 3, maybe Week 4, this is a possible trip-up game. Week 1, NC State knows what's coming. They're ready. They know there's nothing behind them. There's nothing that they're looking ahead to yet. You got to win the first one. This is a good team, veteran quarterback. He's not going to get tripped up. Minus 12.5, win by 2 touchdowns. I like it. East Carolina is not going to sneak up on NC State, so give me the 12.5 to start with. Next up, the big game down in Atlanta, Georgia. Oregon versus Georgia, the national champions. I like the 16.5 here to start with. Georgia's too good. Oregon's a ways away at this point. First year for Dan Lanning. He's got Mario Cristobal's players. 16.5. This defense is just too good. And Bo Nix, they've seen him before. They know what to do. I'd like them to get the 16.5. But at the same point, Dan Lanning knows how to play Georgia. He spent 2 years more years than that going against these guys. He knows Stetson Bennett, knows his weaknesses. He knows the defensive guys well. So I like the under 54. Most Georgia games to me are going to be under to start with as they kind of get adjusted a little bit. So give me the under 54. Next up, we head over to Fayetteville. Again, another favorite. I don't like really, when you guys 23, 24, 25 for a seed. I think they're just kind of inflating that to put the team there. Cincinnati, obviously a very favorable matchup, or favorable team last year, but you lose your quarterback, you lose a couple other key players. Arkansas is an SEC team. Give me the SEC team all day long, especially the quarterback returning. I think Sam Pittman gets his squad together. I like them at home by 6.5 easily. Our last 2 games will go over. First up, down in Gainesville, the opener for Billy Napier. Utah's the better team. Utah will win this game 8 times out of 10, I say. But first game, they don't have a script on Billy Napier. Billy Napier knows what Utah can do. So I think there's going to be some wrinkles there. Anthony Robertson, another year of practice, another year under his belt. I like him to start the year, healthy. I think that he's a guy that could be injured by later on in the year with a run-heavy offense, but Week 1, I like him to kind of take that Cam Newton role and really dominate. So I like him on the offensive side in Utah. We saw last year Boise State and Florida State. Boise State played well, but this is not that team. Utah's going to be a little bit winded. I like the second half, Florida to be better conditioned and really hold up in that Gainesville humidity a little bit more than Utah. So give me the 2.5 for Florida. The nightcap, the creme de la creme, the best game there is, Notre Dame versus Ohio State. This is 2 versus 5, but give me the points, 16. I got no problem laying it. Notre Dame, first game with Marcus Freeman. I think they're going to fight hard. I expect this to be a good first half. First half, I might take Notre Dame in the points type thing. But overall, C.J. Stroud, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, new defensive coordinator. I think the second half, Ohio State puts them away. Notre Dame will be good this year, but it's going to take some time. I like Ohio State as a big, big favorite. And then at the same time, I like over 59. So Ohio State defense is going to be better this year with a new coordinator. But this offense, they might put up 45 themselves. And I think it's going to take time for the defense to settle in. New look at this quarterback for Notre Dame. Obviously going to be a run-first guy. I think he's going to play well. Michael Mayer, going to be a tough matchup. So I think you see a lot of points. To me, 42-24 type of game. So I like the over, and I like Ohio State. That would be my Week 1 pits. Mostly favorites, and then a couple over-unders there. To wrap up, Michigan -30.5, NC State -12.5, Georgia -16.5, the under in the Georgia-Oregon game -6.5 in Arkansas, +2.5, the only dog I got in Florida, and then Ohio State -16 with an over 59.